Welcome to part 2 of the Drake's court documents exposed. We're going to go in depth into the documents, okay? We're also going to talk about the New York DJ that is mentioned of taking payola. Yep, that's right. And we're also going to talk about the damages that Drake is seeking. Let's get ready to get into it. This is going to be a good one. All right, family. So, Drake released a new court document against UMG this week, okay? What did we learn from the first coverage that I did? This is pretty much a defamation suit, all right? There was a lot of pedo, a lot of innuendos, if you will, and Drake's not happy about it, and he's mentioning it a lot in the lawsuit. We also talked about the violence that came to Drake's front doorstep following the release of They Not Like Us. His security guard was shot, and the following day, a gentleman was apprehended after trying to get under his front gate. So Drake is mentioning all of this in the lawsuit. He's also naming a bunch of streamers, including Kai Cenat, all right, for their influence and for taking money in promoting the song. If you guys want to catch that, make sure you check out part 1. I think you will enjoy it. Going into part 2, all right, into this 81-page document, we're going to jump right into it. Drake here is talking about the size and dominance of UMG, okay? They ultimately convince artists to sign to its record labels because of streaming. It's more of an uphill battle more than ever to capture the audience amongst a sea of other songs. UMG's market position combined with the flood of content that hit streaming platforms have every day means that artists depend on UMG to stand out from the crowd. Even established artists depend on UMG to maximize their commercial success through its world-class marketing, proprietary data analytics, global distribution network, and additional monetization opportunities. Artists sign with UMG and some because UMG partnerships promises to support the artist with an experienced team of professional incentivized to advance one's career. UMG's executives are also handsomely compensated for exploiting artistic works. UMG reports that its executives' compensation is driven by its transformation to more performance-based packages. Look, we've known for many, many years the music industry is a for-profit business. Many artists have fallen in debt because of failed albums, not being able to recruit what the label spent. So you're right. UMG, after all these years, has the best in the game marketing plan, right? They're not newcomers. They have extensive relationships across the industry, right? They use all their technologies. They have a patent analytics application. And of course, everyone that's working for them is compensated on their artist reaching their goals. I mean, this we knew. What Drake is doing is painting the picture that it was advantageous for Universal to further get involved in this quorum for corporate greed. And that's pretty much what he's insinuating. Here on page 20, he talks about UMG's and Drake, their long partnership since 2009. Now, this is my question for you. If Drake has been part of this large label since 2009, has he used the same marketing strategies over the years to dominate other artists? Right? Has he known of this, or is all of this just now coming to light? It's hard to believe that, he didn't know of the strategy, the payola, the technology that was out there until it went against him. Let's continue. UMG publishes the defamation material on May 4th, 2004. Pursuant to its publication and licensing rights, UMG published a recording for streaming on YouTube, YouTube Music, Spotify, Apple Music, all the platforms. All right, we're going to go through all of them. I'm not going to list them here, right? All the way down to SoundCloud. When viewed on Spotify, Apple, and all of this, it includes the following language. Exclusive license to Interscope Records, which is a division of UMG. Since defendant's initial publication of the recording has been streamed globally more than 990 million times on Spotify alone as of the date of the following. The recording repeatedly accuses Drake of engaging in criminal acts, including pedophilia and other acts requiring registration as a sex offender and being registered as a sex offender. Within the first minute, the recordings identified Drake by name and states that Lamar has heard Drake has been with underage women. Oh, and look here, right in the document in bold letters, it says, "Say Drake, I hear you like 'em young." Yeah, that was definitely in the lyrics. That was definitely in the lyrics. So they're going to get very granular here. The next line is the thinly veiled threat that Drake should be careful that he ever ends up in prison, a place where child predators are notoriously the targets of violence. You better never go to cell block 1. So what they're doing here, and this is a big thing, they're actually using his lyrics in the court documents, right, against him to build a case. There's a couple cases right now that people are arguing, should lyrics be used against artists? Let's talk about Drake as one of them. His Drakes are being pulled into court. Do you think that it's right or wrong? Kendrick Lamar's lyrics are also being pulled into court. Next, in a reference to Drake's 2001 Certain Boy Lover album, in a play in the dual meaning of minor, a person under the age of 18, in a musical scale, the recording says that Drake is trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. I had to do it. Later in the recording, Drake describes Drake as a Malibu most wanted. The recording continues to say that Drake and the people in his circle need to be served a subpoena because a predator moves in flocks, and asserts that Drake's name got to be registered and placed on neighborhood watch in bold letters. The recording also repeatedly suggests that violence should be used against Drake because he is a pedo. Like the sound of someone being beat up, the record repeats, what? Listen, you can't make this up. This, we've never seen anything like this. And then Lindrick says, F him up. Later, the recording threats that if Drake comes to Oakland where Lamar grew up, he will not make it out alive. I think that Oakland show gonna be your last stop. The recording makes clear that Justin will be served not through the legal system or on social media. F a caption. Physical violence, want action, no accident, and I'm hands-on. He F around, get polished. And at the end of the record, the lyrics repeatedly be, hey, run for your life. Hey, run for your life. Yo, this was a bona fide hit. In my opinion, regardless of the marketing strategies and all that, this was a bona fide, incredible hit written by Kendrick Lamar. Drake woke up the sleeping giant, and Kendrick went in the studio and went to writing. Is all language, is it all free? Right? Can you say anything? Everything's being questioned. As you see here, all the lyrics in there are being called into question. All right. Furthering the recording's refrain that Drake is not like us. The recording alludes that Drake's Jewish heritage, saying that Drake is not a colleague, but an effing colonizer. Drake and his lawyers are pulling every stop out of the bag. This is another part that we must pay attention to, right? While the recordings, UMG also published an image on May 4th on YouTube and all the platforms. Guess what it was, people? His house. Okay? Any person who views, listens, or streams the recording on one of these platforms can view the image. And look right here. Yes, on the single, you got Drake's house and you have people in there. So this is all being brought up. The image features an aerial view of Drake's Toronto home, includes identifying information regarding location of the home, and is covered in the icons used by law enforcement and public safety applications like Citizen to identify child sex offenders in their residence on public registries. Okay. The defamation material is false. The allegations against Drake are unequivocally false. Drake has never been charged with, indicted, convicted of any charges of sexual violence or assault, including anything having to do with anyone who is not of. Okay, it's clear. But we all knew this is rap battle. This is a rap battle, right? You can almost say anything. It's not meant to be true, right? It's a testing of the skills. Right? Well, Drake didn't like losing this battle. Again, they talk about the intruders into Drake's property, the security guard, and the person that had to be taken away. There is more here. And also, they have the actual video with the with the caption written there. Okay, and again, they're talking about the chord and the lyrics. Kendrick Lamar is depicted in front of shipping containers with an air conditioning unit inside. These images are associated with traffic. I didn't know that. Did you? I did not. When I saw it, I've seen this video 50 times. I did not catch that. That actually is like, wow, Kendrick was really, really on it when he brought this Arm & Hammer. What else can y'all tell me during this scene? A caption appears at the bottom of the video that states, disclaimer, no OVOs were harmed during the making of this video. Okay. In conclusion, the video depicts a prolonged shot of a live owl in a cage. The meaning is Drake belongs behind bars. Did y'all know that? I didn't catch that either. Okay. So they're still talking about, mostly here as we get to the middle of the document, a lot about trafficking. Okay. They also give a count here of the views that have went to these websites. Okay. Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us become the fastest rap song to reach 300 million Spotify streams, and it only took 35 days. Listen, the record was absolutely hot. Here, he's also bringing up the tags on social media of Kendrick Lamar. UMG supporting Kendrick Lamar. That same day, UMPG posted videos from the Pop Out concert on its official Instagram, which had hundreds of thousands of followers. So he is bringing up almost all of the scenarios, and if you will, guerrilla marketing tools, right? That has happened for years. It includes social media. He's mentioning all of that here. Wow, this is okay. All right, what else do we have? UMG uses ownership interest to promote the defamatory material. Excuse me. Okay, this is heavy. This is heavy. This is heavy, y'all. Okay, let's see what else they got. For example, they use a third party could search for songs in Hot 100 singles. As a result of its marketing efforts, UMG has repeatedly licensed the recording to be performed publicly on other platforms. For example, on June 19, 2024, the recording was performed 5 times in a row at a concert in Inglewood, California, to a crowd of approximately 16,000 attendees and a live stream of 186,000 viewers on Amazon's Prime Video and Twitch. The live stream broke Amazon's music streaming record for the most minutes watched of any Amazon music production ever on Prime Video and Twitch. In the 3 following days following the concert, Kendrick Lamar received nearly 61 million combined official on-demand U.S. streams. The recording represented approximately 21 million of those combined streams, a 62% increase from the 3-day period preceding the concert. We all remember that concert, and it's being brought up here in certainly negative way. He's also bringing up how it was licensed to sporting events. He doesn't want this anywhere, and also, yep, how it also played during the recording has also become the post-season anthem for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Oh, he hated that. And he also brings it up. He had to. The Super Bowl, right? February 9th, 2025. Lamar is set to headline the Apple Music Super Bowl in New Orleans. On information and belief, UMG confer financial benefits and leverage existing relationships to secure the headliner spot at the Super Bowl. And we all waiting for it. Oh, okay. UMG made covert payments to third parties to deceive customers. In addition to publishing, marketing, and licensing the material and information, UMG put a thumb on the scale to providing covert financial incentives. Now, what are we talking about here? They're also talking about bots. Okay. He's also talking about a whistleblower revealed on May 6. An individual affiliated with Interscope sent him a payment of $25 via the digital payment Zelly, and that he was promised another $2,500 and a percentage of the recording's total sales for the initial push. Okay. Drake also asserts that there was fake streams, which are well known within the music industry, to help drive, and the bots were instrumental in driving that. Okay. Streams. Let's see what else we got. And here we go. Are you guys ready? The New York DJ that they're talking about pay for play. And this is not the first time. Drake has also received information that UMG engaged in a classic pay for play scheme for paying to increase the airplay of the recording on the radio, including radio stations in New York. Specifically, Drake has received information that at least one member of UMG's radio promotion team made payments to an independent radio promoter who agreed to transfer those payments to a radio station employee in exchange for those radio station plays. On information and belief, this practice was more widespread than one member of the promotions team. This pay-to-play practice, known as payola, is prohibited by an act. Okay, we don't have to get all into that. But here it is. It remains an open secret within the music industry that power players like UMG are continuing to engage in payola. In November 2024, New York radio DJ Funkmaster Flex released an alleged price list for payola on radio stations: $350,000 for pop, $250,000 for urban, $150,000 for mix show, $3,000 to $6,000 per song for local DJs. Other whistleblowers in the music industry have similarly confirmed the use of widespread payola, with some claiming to have proof. Yeah, it's a lot here. This is jam-packed. This lawsuit is gumbo. It's a lot in here. They're going to be able to, the judge, they're going to have to review so much here. Everything from payola they're going to have to look at too, how analytics are possibly used. I mean, this covers a lot, you know, and also the streaming platforms, how they're engaged. Okay. They also, again, talk about the streamers, Twitch streamers, No Life Shack, and their influence, which brought in 5.3 million views. Kai Cenat, 9 million views to this record. So all of this is being hashed out. And also, as you know, there has to be claims, there has to be some damages that they're seeking. So what are they seeking? I have never seen lyrics called out like this before. Okay. We got the claims. This is 81 pages, guys. So it's a lot here that I'm going through, but guess what? You got me. Multiple claims that they're highlighting, and then here it is. Prayer for relief, page 80. Plaintiff prayers for judgment against UMG for each of the causes of actions raised herein. Plaintiff respectfully requests the judge in his favor against UMG for damages, compensation damages, including general, actual, consequential, and special damages in an attempt to an amount to be determined at trial. He wants to go to trial. Wow. Punitive damages, reasonable and necessary attorney fees, reasonable and necessary cost of the suit, pre-judgment and post-judgment interest at the highest lawful rates, and such other and further relief as this court deems just and appropriate. Injunctive relief enjoining UMG from making statements about the popularity. Oh, they want to further silence them. Wow. Wow. This is we've never seen anything like this before. You know, I first thought this is just an extension, an evolution, if you will, of guerrilla marketing that used to take place in the 80s or 90s, where, you know, if you bought records or liked a hot record, you know, they would put it up on a billboard. They would print off posters. They would hand it to people. They would put it up on street signs. That was all guerrilla marketing. The game has changed nowadays. Some of those things are no longer legal. So you would think that social media and all of these things are, you know, obtainable and should be used to promote artists. Drake seems to think that it shouldn't. Do you agree? Do you not agree? I want to hear from you. What impact will this have to Drake's career? What impact will this have? Will he move on from this? Or will he be another person that we just don't want to hear from? All right. Thank you for tuning in. It's Mr. Simmons Official, and this is Nice TV, family.